Change requests from our clients are expected, they're desired. We work from an agile perspective, which means that we expect and welcome change. We expect that as the client uses the software that we're building, they have different ideas, they have different experiences, they learn things about what they're trying to do, and the software should change to accommodate them. And the way that we handle that is first contractually. Almost all of our contracts are written in such a way that we do not require formal change requests, so you don't have to get it approved. Like, we want the ability to change the software to be smooth and easy. We don't want to create a spirit of animosity between the people who are asking for change. You have to go, oh, we got to put it in a contract, and oh, we got to get everything, sized, and then you got to get it approved, and then you got to pay for it before we start working on it. That's not what we want to do at all. We do 2-week sprints, which means that we generally review and plan for 2-week periods at a time. That gives our developers a nice window to actually work on something, get it done, get QA done, and turn it over to the client for their inspection and approval. And at the end of every one of those cycles, we're interacting with the client, letting them know what we got done, letting them know what we plan on getting done, and then also we're accumulating feedback from them throughout the sprint. We prefer not to interrupt sprints, which means we prefer not to put a plan in place and then have the client come in and say, oh, wait a minute, I want you to do something different. We will do that. The client just has to understand that when they do that, they're losing productivity by having the quick change. Normally what happens is, a lot of businesses, there's chaos. There's not necessarily clear vision. There's not necessarily clear priorities. And so they're just trying to respond to the things that come up. But as we push on them to batch changes, what we find is usually that's a benefit to them. And as they start to batch those changes, they actually become much better partners, in the sense that they've been able to think more about how all the changes they're requesting work together, instead of just one-offing everything and not really having a sense of the whole. So our clients usually benefit not just in the software, but in their own business process when we push back on them to hold on to their changes, think about how they work together as a whole, and then we'll help them do that. Every 2 weeks as we go through that cycle, we'll have a meeting scheduled with them. We'll take that work, we'll help them figure out how it fits into current priorities. We'll make the plan for the next sprint, and then we'll kick that next sprint off and start working on it.